Hey, the Dubai track actually looks really, really cool in this game. Now, I was going to review this car first, but the Mazda Fury came before this car, and I was working on tuning this car, and it's the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento, and I was working on tuning this car to make it more just like the real one, and now I've actually fallen in love with it after I finally got the exact way I wanted to drive. So here it is, the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. Now I had a little bit of a problem with this car when I first got it, this mod, and this mod actually looks really, really good. Minus the little taillight reflections. They kind of look a little weird during the daytime because I have the headlights on always mod. But the problem I had with this thing is it felt really, really, really heavy. But this car is actually not heavy. It's super, super light. It's mostly pretty much completely made out of carbon fiber, except for the engine, maybe some other parts of the car that are only supposed to be metal. But I finally managed to get the exact tune that I want for this car, and it feels a lot better. Understeers a little bit, but it feels a lot better, so let's drive this bad boy. Oh, by the way, this has an interior view in this mod. Looks really, really cool. But we're gonna drive it like this, and this engine sound is screaming like a freaking mofo. It's screaming even louder than the Fury. And I've got traction control on. God damn it. Traction control is actually a necessity, and I think it did not turn off. Hold on. It did turn off. Thankfully. But this car really needs to be driven without traction control because it's all-wheel drive. For some reason, it understeers like a mofo. I'll actually show you the tune later that I have for this car to help you guys out if you have this mod and you can't drive it pretty much with the stock tune. Just to help you out a little bit with you guys. It's more agile actually right now with this tune than the stock one. And it's screaming at the top of its lungs. And I'm gonna have to scream at the top of my lungs because this thing is just incredibly loud. I don't know if you guys can even hear me on the video. But yeah, as you can see, understeer is a pretty big issue, but in a sense, this car actually takes corners really, really well with this tune. It's a really, really good tune that I have with this car, and as you can see, it took me 2 minutes to actually go around this lap because I stopped. God damn it, stop screaming, Lambo. As you can see, it actually handles really good. I have full steering lock on this thing to prevent understeer. So, yeah. But other than that, this car is very, very agile. It's very, very grippy. It turns very well, especially with this tune, but it doesn't turn as well. In fact, with the, like I said, with the stock tune, it feels really, really heavy, and it should not feel heavy at all. It just feels so heavy because it understeered so much with the standard tune. I don't know what the mod creator was doing at the time when he tuned it like this. Probably was on drugs or something. But now I managed to fix it up, and it's good to go. Now let's actually go in the interior view a little bit, because it's a little bit quieter in the interior view. But as you can see, the interior looks really, really nice. It looks very much like the real Sesto Elemento. I don't know if I call it a Huracan, but this is actually the Sesto Elemento. Sesto Elemento means sixth element in Italian. And what is the sixth element? Carbon. What is this car made out of? Carbon fiber. Pretty much all carbon fiber. In fact, if you actually zoom in on this car in photo mode, you zoom into the body, you'll actually see there's a carbon fiber pattern on this thing, but it's kind of glossy. I think it's supposed to be more matte on the real life version. And I don't drive very good in cockpit view because I don't drive in cockpit view all that often, but let's just do a little lap with cockpit view. I'm not really in for doing this track for setting fast lap times. I'm just going to drive this thing for you guys to show you exactly how well this car is. God damn, it sounds nice. Now, the little red portion that you see at the back, that's actually hiding right now. I'll tell you a little bit about it. The red portion at the back near the bottom of the car, basically at the bottom of the diffuser, that's not actually a parachute. That is a transmission cover. And I'm driving like an idiot. And what? That's a track cut? It's not a track cut. You see that big red portion between the wheels and stuff? That's a transmission cover, like I said. They painted it red just to kind of accent it. You can actually get it gray as stock. I'm pretty sure it's an option if you want to paint it a different color. But yeah, when you actually saw with this mod, you can actually this car is actually extremely open. As you can see the rear wheels spinning, which is really cool. And of course, you probably have already seen the exhausts. You guys will see them right now. They're actually hidden right underneath the spoiler, which is really cool. I think that serves a purpose, maybe to cause some more, to produce more downforce or something, I believe. But yeah, with this mod, it's very strange. It actually only has, you can actually only do downforce on the rear wing. There's no downforce on the front wing for some reason on this mod. But I don't mind. This car actually handles well. It probably contributes to the understeer of this car for this thing, because it only has downforce on the back. And there's no downforce for the front to cause it to get more grip. But wait, no, there's no animation on the paddle shifters, but that's not much of a bummer. This mod still looks brilliant, especially when you just drive it in interior view. So yeah, this thing is absolutely amazing. I love this mod, but it's not nearly as good as some of the other mods I have. Like I said, the handling was kind of bad when I got it. I got really pissed off because the handling felt so heavy. And cross the line.
Wow,
now let me sum up this car for you guys real fast. So to sum up this absolutely amazing car, it's a brilliant mod. It's a very, very nice looking mod. It's very open. It's very much like the real-life Sesto Elemento. It sounds very much like the real-life Sesto Elemento. Not exactly, but then again, you might be saying it's a recycled Gallardo engine sound. But keep in mind, this thing actually has a Gallardo engine in it. And it's basically a super light variant of the Lamborghini Gallardo. And that was a cool little slow motion thing right there. I didn't actually do that. The game did it itself. But this car is brilliant. It's a little weird in terms of the taillight reflections, like I said, especially if you have the lights on always mod, and the interior is just brilliant. Look at that. It's so detailed. It looks so nice. But there's a pretty big issue when you actually get this mod for the first time. You have to do some tuning in order to make this car absolutely brilliant. And of course, I'll actually show you the tune right up in a few seconds after I finish summing up this car. But this car is pretty brilliant once you actually get the tune of this car perfect. And I will, of course, like I said, I will show you the tune to help you guys out a little bit, and then you can improve it a little bit better if you want to. So let me show you the tune in a second. Alrighty, so here we are with the tune. Now, with the tires and brakes, you have to set both the front and the rear tire pressure to 112 for the front and rear. That actually reduces the understeer quite a bit. If you actually go lower than 112, then you're gonna have problems with grip. And the brake pressure I set to 60 at the rear because that actually causes a bit of oversteer for some reason. I don't know why. The alignment, I set the steering lock all the way to the max. I set the front toe angle to 41 and the rear toe angle to 40. I set the front ride height to 1 and 1. Now, you could probably go a little higher as 9, but for 1, I decided to make it lower because it's more grip and it's more stable. But if you go too low, if you set it to 0, then the suspension is going to start bottoming out and you're going to have problems. Differential, you can't do anything with that. Aerodynamics, I set the rear downforce to 8. For the springs, I set the front sway bar to 0 to cause oversteer. I set the rear sway bar to 9, because if you put it to 10, then it's going to start losing grip with the tires. If you put it all the way up, if it's too stiff, then it's going to start the tires are going to start losing grip. Front spring rate to 5 and 5. If you put it to 6, the tires are going to lose grip because it's too stiff. The front damper fast bump set to 0. Front damper fast rebound set to 0. Rear damper fast bump set to 0. And rear damper fast rebound set to 6. All these settings actually cause oversteer for the car. Drivetrain, I didn't do anything with that. So I hope this little tune helped you guys out with the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give the video a like and stuff. And I will do some more mods for you guys. So I'll see you in the next one.
Eyes in the sky, gazing far into the night. I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through.